Hello there, I am your etymology. Today's session is going to be a huge one, but I'll try to keep it as concise as possible. So let's get started, shall we? Welcome to this 29th session. Our first part is the French drillmaster. John Martinet was the Inspector General of Infantry during the reign of King Louis XIV, and a stricter, more fanatic drillmaster France had never seen. It was from this time that the French army's reputation for discipline dated, and it is from the name of this Frenchman that we derive our English word martinet. The word is always used in a derogatory sense and generally shows resentment and anger on the part of the user. Since martinet comes from a man's name, there are no related forms built on the same root. There is an adjective, martinetish, and another noun from martinetism, but these are used only rarely. To the second part, the Greek fig shower. Sycophant comes to us from the Greeks. According to Shipley's Dictionary of Word Origins, the Greeks had a name for it, fig shower. Sycophant is from Greek psychon, meaning fig, and phanein, meaning to show. This was the fellow that informed the officers in charge when the figs in the sacred groves were being taken, or when some fig dealers were dodging the tariff. Thus, a sycophant may appear to be a sort of grass, since the latter curries the favor of police officials by informing on his fellow criminals. Sycophants may use this means of ingratiating themselves with influential citizens of the community, or they may use flattery, servile attention, or any other form of insinuating themselves into someone's good graces. A sycophant practices sycophancy and has a sycophantic attitude. All three forms of the word are highly uncomplimentary. Use them with care. Material may be so delicate or fine in texture that anything behind it will show through. The Greek prefix dia, spelled as dia, means through, and phanein, as you know, means to show. Hence, such material is called diaphanous. Do not use the adjective in reference to all material that is transparent. For example, you would not call glass diaphanous, even though you can see right through it, but only material that is silky, gauzy, filmy, and in addition transparent or practically transparent. The word is often applied to female garments, such as nightgowns, negligees, etc. To the third part, just for own amusement. Dilettante is from the Italian verb dilettare, meaning to delight. The dilettante paints, writes, composes, plays a musical instrument, or engages in scientific experiments purely for amusement, not to make money, become famous, or satisfy a deep creative urge. A dilettantish attitude is superficial, unprofessional. Dilettantism is superficial, part-time dabbling in the type of activity that usually engages the full time and energy of the professional artist or scientist. Do not confuse the dilettante, who has certain amount of native talent or ability, with the tyro, who is inexperienced beginner in some art, who may be full of ambition, drive, and energy. To call a person tyro is to imply that he is just starting some artistic, scientific, or professional field. He is not much good yet because he has not had time to develop his skill, if any. The dilettante usually has some skill but isn't doing much with it. On the other hand, anyone who has developed consummate skill in an artistic field, generally allied to music, is called virtuoso. Like Yehudi Menuhin on the violin or Arthur Rubinstein on the piano. Pluralize virtuoso in the normal way to form virtuosos, or if you wish to sound more sophisticated, give it the continental form, such as virtuosi. Similarly, the plural form of dilettante is either dilettantes or dilettante. The I ending for a plural is the Italian form and is common in musical circles. For example, libretto, the story of opera, may be pluralized to libretti. Concerto, a plural of musical composition, is pluralized concerti. However, anglicized librettos and concertos are perfectly correct also. To the fourth part, masculine women. Virago comes oddly enough from the Latin word for man, which is vir, spelled as vir. Perhaps the derivation is not so odd after all. A virago, far from being stereotypically feminine, that is, timid, delicate, low-spoken, etc., is stereotypically masculine in personality, such as coarse, aggressive, loudmouth. Termagant and Haridan are words with essentially the same complementary meaning as virago. To the fifth part, the old man. Nicolas Chauvin, soldier of the French Empire, so vociferously and unceasingly aired his veneration of Napoleon Bonaparte that he became the laughingstock of all Europe. Thereafter, an exaggerated and blatant patriot was known as chauvinist, and still is today. Chauvinism, by natural extension, applies to blatant veneration of or boastfulness about any other affiliation beside one's country. To be patriotic is to be normal. It is to be normally proud of and devoted to one's country. To be chauvinistic is to exaggerate such pride and devotion to an obnoxious degree. We might digress here to investigate an etymology site road down which the word patriotic beckons. Patriotic is built on the Latin word pater or patris, meaning father. One's country is, in a sense, one's fatherland. Let us see what other interesting words are built on this same root. First one is patrimony, an inheritance from one's father. The money from patrimony comes from the same root that gives us money, namely Juno Moneta, the Roman goddess who guarded the temples of finance. The adjective is patrimonial. Second word is patronymic, a name formed on the father's name, like Johnson, who is son of John. Also Martinson, Aronson, etc. The word combines pater, patris with Greek onyma, spelled as O-N-Y-M-A, which means name. Onyma plus the Greek prefix syn, S-Y-N, meaning with or together, forms synonym, a word of the same name or meaning. Etymologically, a together name. Onyma plus the prefix anti, meaning against, forms antonym, a word of opposite meaning. Etymologically, an against name. Onyma plus Greek homos, meaning the same, forms homonym, a word that sounds like another but has different meaning and spelling. A homonym is more accurately called a homophone, a combination of homos, meaning the same, and phone, meaning sound. The adjective form of synonym is synonymous. Similarly, the adjective form of antonym is antonymous. Homonym, homonymous. Homophone, homophonous. To the another word derived on father, it's paternity, meaning fatherhood. As to question someone's paternity, to file a paternity suit in order to collect child support from the assumed, accused, or self-acknowledged father. The adjective is paternal, meaning fatherly. Paternalism is the philosophy or system of governing country or of managing a business or institution so that the citizens, employees, or staff are treated in a manner suggesting a father-children relationship. The adjective is paternalistic. Another word is patriarch, meaning a venerable father-like old man or an old man in a ruling father-like position. Here, pater is combined with Greek root archein, spelled as A-R-C-H-E-I-N, meaning to rule. The adjective is patriarchal. The system is patriarchy. Another word, patricide, the killing of one's father. Pater combines with side, a suffix derived from the Latin verb sado, meaning to kill. The adjective is patricidal. This list does not exhaust the number of words that build on pater, father, but is sufficient to give you an idea how closely related many English words are. In your reading, you will come across other words containing the letter pater or patr. You will be able to work out once you realize that the base is the word father. Moving to the sixth part, the old lady. Pater, patris is father. Similarly, mater, matris is mother. For example, matriarch, the mother ruler, the mother person that controls a large household, tribe, or country. This word, like patriarch, is built on the root arcane, meaning to rule. During the reign of Queen Victoria, England was a matriarchy, and its adjective form is matriarchal. Similarly, there are many words derived from mater, such as maternity, meaning motherhood, maternal, meaning motherly, matron, an older woman, one sufficiently mature to be mother. The adjective is matronly, conjures up for many people a picture of woman who no longer in a glow of youth and possibly with a bit of added weight in the wrong places. So this word should be used with caution. It may be hazardous to your health if the lady you are so describing is a tempestuous nature or is a rago. To the next one, alma mater. Etymologically, soul mother. Actually, the school or college which one attended, and which in sense is one's intellectual mother. Matrimony, meaning marriage. Though this word is similar to patrimony in spelling, it does not refer to money as patrimony does, unless that is you are cynical enough to believe that people marry for money. As the language was growing, marriage and children went hand in hand. It is therefore not surprising that the word for marriage should be built on the Latin root for mother. Of course, times have changed, but the sex nature of the English language has not. The noun suffix moni indicates state, condition, or result, as in sanctimony, parsimony, etc. The adjective is patrimonial. Matricide, the killing of one's mother, and its adjective is matricidal. To the last part, murder most so. Murder, unfortunately, is an integral part of human life. So there is a word for almost every kind of killing you can think of. Let's look at some of them. First is suicide. Killing oneself intentionally. Side plus sui, spelled as S-U-I, meaning of oneself. This is both the act and the person who has been completely successful in performing the act. The adjective is suicidal. Next one, fratricide. The killing of one's brother. Side plus frater, fratris, meaning brother. The adjective is fratricidal. Sororicide. The killing of one's sister. Side plus soror, meaning sister. The adjective is sororicidal. Homicide. The killing of a human being. Side plus homo, meaning person. In law, homicide is the general term for any slaying. If intent and premeditation can be proved, the act is murder and punishable as such. And the adjective is homicidal. Regicide, the killing of king. Adjective, regicidal. Derivation is Latin rex, regis, meaning king plus side. Uxoricide, the killing of one's wife. Adjective is uxoricidal. The derivation is Latin uxor, meaning wife plus side. Mariticide, the killing of one's husband, and its adjective is mariticidal. Derivation is Latin maritius, meaning husband plus side. Infanticide, the killing of a newborn child. Adjective is infanticidal. Derivation is Latin infans or infantis, meaning baby plus side. Genocide, the killing of whole race or nation. This is comparatively a new word, coined in 1944 by UN official named Raphael Lemkin to refer to the mass murder of the Jews, Poles, etc. ordered by Hitler. Adjective is genocidal, and its derivation is Greek genus, meaning race, kind plus side. Parricide, the killing of either or both parents, and its adjective is parricidal. So with this we conclude our today's session. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.